All right, so I'm testing it again now. So wait, so you're saying that so you saved up that money, and then, but what about what happened with the wiener roast? I don't get that. The hot dog roast.
In May it was so cold we couldn't get the fire started. But then we cook the weenies. We had another couple, I think. Jay had his girlfriend there. I can't
So
think of her
it
name.
was his girlfriend and Jay, and then you and Dad, or there was another couple too.
I don't know, maybe. Well, Frank and his sister. Frank and Sam went along in the car. She had a little blue convertible.
To the wiener roast.
Yes.
So were they kind of inseparable or no?
So we drove out there with them. Frank and I in the back seat, and she drove. Sam didn't drive anywhere. She and Sam in the front, and Frank and me in the back.
Was he kind of inseparable with his sister, or are they still?
They were awfully close, yes.
So where do you think that was? Was it way out in western suburbs or something?
There's some out there, some forest preserve or park or something.
So it was really cold. So he was a gentleman and offered his jacket to you. Is that how you fell in love with him?
No, it wasn't quite like that.
So what happened when you couldn't start the weenie roast?
I don't remember if we were ate or not. I think we had some beer they were drinking, but it seemed like nothing got going. Because I don't care for beer,
so it was kind of like a forest preserve or whatever, right?
I don't remember any trees. It kind of reminded me of a cemetery with just grass and no trees or anything.
But it was nighttime and it was cold, even though
it
it
was
was
daytime. It's afternoon.
Oh, got it. Okay. Because at that point, he smoked a pipe, right?
Well, he smoked cigarettes quite a bit.
He did at that point?
Yes.
Because when did he stop smoking cigarettes? Like when he was like...
when Margaret was 2.
When she was 2. Because would he smoke a pack a day?
I think he smoked 2 or maybe 3. He smoked 3 in the Army, I think.
Oh my God.
That's why he had asthma.
So people in the office, you could just smoke right at your desk in the office, right?
When I was working there with Susie, I had all these girls around me. There were 5 smokers around me.
At Washington National?
Yes.
And everybody just had an ashtray at their desk.
I guess so.
Ugh. They talk about secondhand smoke and stuff like that. So why does the wiener roast was memorable? Because what? Because you guys...
Because we couldn't get the fire started. No one seemed to know what they were doing.
But I mean, because that was an early date, or there was something that kind of, you fell in love with him kind of then? Or?
No, I don't know.
But it was just nice the way he treated you that night.
I don't remember that part. I didn't do that.
That was probably the first time you ever met his sister and Uncle Sam, right?
That was probably the first time, yes.
And then right after that, you guys all went to Europe. You and Barbara and him all took a plane together?
No, he came after we did. We left the 17th, he left the 31st.
Of June?
July.
Of July. So that's 2 weeks.
We came back in September.
That's 2 weeks difference. So you and Barbara went over there and traveled all over. Well, I thought, isn't it a work conference? Like you have to be in things all day, meetings and stuff?
It was in Munich, started August the 2nd, so see, we were over there a little while. He got there just before it started.
Before it started.
Then he went to visit his Uncle Patrick for 2 weeks.
In Ireland, right?
Yes.
So you and Barbara just stayed in like little hotels?
Are you recording this?
This one's recording, yeah. So you and Barbara stayed in like little hotel rooms?
We went to, not American Express, what would it have been?
Just
AAA people.
Oh, AAA. And they found you hotels?
They had all kinds of things scheduled for us, yes.
But it wasn't like every day you got on a tour bus. You did your own thing, right?
Yes.
And what did you and Barbara just kind of like walked around and saw?
We went to Ireland and Scotland. And
oh my God.
I almost died in Scotland. I'd eaten some terribly strange food in Ireland. It was too greasy.
Ugh.
And I thought I was going to die. That Barbara should take me back home. That would have been end of our romance, right?
It never would have happened. I never would be alive.
No.
If
So they got me. They didn't know. The Scottish girl didn't know. The maid in the room. She didn't know what a heating pad was. She brought me a hot water bottle.
Oh, you had a terrible stomach ache
from that terrible food.
Oh God. But Barbara was kind of like your nurse.
So we got better. I got better, and then we went over to England. Then from there, and then we went to.
So how did you go from one place to another on train?
Train.
But Ireland's not a train.
The trains all over everywhere. Most of the trains were in England.
But Ireland's an island. Don't you have to go on a boat or something?
I don't know how we got.
So you took trains around, and then you went to mainland Europe then, or no?
Then we went. I don't know where.
Austria.
See, he went there the 31st and got there the 1st of August.
And where was that?
He went to Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf, Germany.
Yes.
And you guys were there already?
And then he. So Barbara and I fooled around that one night. Fooled around going to all these little bars and wine coolers. Not wine coolers, but wine cellars or whatever they were.
Like little places, like.
And when we got home, Frank was sitting in the lobby of my hotel.
You knew he was coming, or no?
Well, I didn't know for sure he was.
So you didn't know for sure he was coming
I gave
that
him my
night?
itinerary July the 17th.
You told him where you're going to be and when? Because the AAA,
yes.
they had it all lined up.
Yes.
So not only did you not know for sure he's coming, you didn't know that night he was coming, right?
No, I didn't know. I didn't really know what day he was leaving even.
So you guys were kind of going around all day that day, and you had walked around, and probably you were tired, and then you came back to the hotel.
Wine Stubers.
To Wine Stubers. You got a glass of wine, and sat at the outdoor cafes.
We did a little drink of wine here.
So was Barbara your best friend ever?
Probably so. So then he was there, and
you saw him immediately when you walked in the hotel?
He said he wanted to go out. Well, Barbara said she was too tired. Well, I was glad she was too tired.
What time was it?
11 o'clock at night.
Oh my God! And you had been out all day?
Whatever. So then we went out to eat, and so they had a restaurant. He had a martini, American food, and he.
This is Dusseldorf, right?
No, this is Salzburg.
Oh, I thought you said Dusseldorf.
No, I forgot to say that we were in Salzburg now.
So that was Salzburg, okay.
So then.
So you guys had dinner. So he had a martini and American
And the violin was playing over.
Oh my
Some of the
goodness.
violinist was playing over. Very romantic.
And that's when you fell in love with him?
I guess I was sort of in love with him. I didn't tell him I loved him until Berlin, I think, later.
Till Berlin.
I don't know.
So
Anyway, the 2nd of August is coming. Well, that was the 2nd of August. We always remarked about that day. August the 2nd, the day we met over at Salzburg.
that was kind of a big day.
Yes.
So what did you do? So you guys had dinner, and then what did you do? It was
Then we
probably
went back
late.
to the hotel, and it was.
Did you walk around at all?
I guess we probably did. And then the steward at the hotel or whatever it was, the doorman or whatever it was, he came in his bathrobe to open the door. It was locked.
What time was it? You think it was midnight?
5 in the morning.
Oh my God, 5 in the morning.
The sun was coming up.
Oh my goodness, Mom.
So there was no place for him to sleep. He didn't have a room there. So the bathroom was quite large. They put a cot in there for him.
In the bathroom? It wasn't like a shared bathroom that you shared with
No,
others?
there was a tub in there as you go take your bath.
Well, you guys had a nice room, probably.
No, for him, for the main hotel.
Oh, the main hotel.
The main bathroom in the hotel.
That everybody went in.
On that floor, maybe.
So everybody went in there, and that's where he slept?
Well, that's where he slept. And so he had jet lag, of course.
Oh, my
It was up
God.
all night, too, on top of it.
Oh.
So the next morning, they wanted to go in there, and people wanted to take baths. So I was knocking on the door trying to get him awake. He wouldn't wake up. He was so tired.
What time was it?
Well, but maybe 9.
So he locked the door?
Well, I don't know. So anyway, so
So how come he couldn't just get his own room there? They were booked, totally booked up?
well, when he went in that night, probably never asked for a room. We just went out.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe they said, "We'll see."
And it was too late or something.
So that guy in his striped bathrobe found this room for him. He slept in
The cot in the bathroom.
Found the bathroom.
Oh my God, he must have been
So
tired.
next, Jenny Greenspan and this other gal, I can't think of her name.
Jenny Greenspan,
They were older women. She said she'd like to go see where Hitler was. We were going to hire a car and go there.
Like the bunker, you mean?
No, where he
Headquarters?
had his.
Office? Or
No, he had his main.
the main control command center?
Whatever. I can't think what that was called in those days.
Yeah. Like almost like what the White House would be here, the main
Well,
the
no, I
government,
don't know,
but the main government building or something.
no, it wasn't a government building. It was a house
Oh, where he
where
grew
he
up,
could look out over imagine all the terrain that he owned or ruled
yeah.
over.
where he used to walk
Oh,
in
the
the garden with
mountains,
Ava
mountains.
Braun. With Ava Braun.
Maybe so.
So did you go there?
We went there and walked around. Did walk around.
Oh wait, Salzburg
Molly,
is
her name was Molly,
Molly.
and Jenny, and Frank and I.
The 4 of you guys went.
Yeah.
What about Barbara?
Oh,
She was
maybe
tired.
she maybe went to. I don't know.
So wait, Salzburg. I thought Salzburg was in Austria. Is that in Germany?
It is. It's Austria.
Okay. So you guys went there the next day, So Dad must have been like super tired.
And then we, so the, or maybe the conference started the 5th of August. This was the 3rd then. So then we went to Munich.
So you still had a couple days before the conference started.
Yeah, went there.
So, and then you took a train to Munich?
I guess so, I don't know how.
Hmm. And then still, it wasn't just the two of you, you were with a group, right?
Well, not really, no.
Well, Barbara was still there.
Yes.
So you really got to, that's when you really got to know Dad really well.
And we had, quite a bit of our time was spent having cocktails in a castle there, that sort of thing.
In Munich?
Yes.
Wow. So did he tell you all of his dreams and aspirations then?
No.
What did he tell you?
We saw Leopold, you know Leopold?
King Leopold.
We had this picture, storybook picture house, castle.
That was Munich?
I don't know where it was, I don't know.
Maybe that was Black Forest. Somewhere.
We did go there to Black Forest.
It could have been, what's that one? Heidelberg. It could have been
That's
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg. We went there as part of the seeing cuckoo clocks and so forth.
Yeah. I did that when I was over there, Heidelberg. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, and that's where I got a cuckoo clock. I brought a cuckoo clock home.
You have it on?
Yeah. Because that's, well, it was actually, is Heidelberg right outside the Black Forest? I think it is.
It is part of the Black Forest.
It is part, yeah. So that's where I got.
Do you use your cuckoo clock?
No, it's in a box.
Well, why don't you use it?
Well, I don't want to break it. I thought it would be a nice, keepsake or something.
And then it's always in a box.
Yeah, I should get it out. I think it has like little people that come out
Yeah, the cuckoo.
and
The cuckoo.
walk around in a
Oh,
circle.
really? Yeah, maybe so.
But
yeah.
there's a cuckoo too. But the people come out and walk around in a circle. I think.
That's sort of rain when those people, they predict rain.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. It has something to do with rain. So he never told you his aspirations or?
Well, who knows what we were talking about? You know how many years ago they've been?
Yeah.
56. When would they be?
So that's 60 years ago.
Well, it'll be next year, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a long time to remember stuff, though.
It was Jenny. Did you say Jenny Greenwood?
Respawn. Dingleberry, not like Dingleman.
Dingle.
Was that his name, Dingleman? No.
Gendelman.
I want to call him D all the time.
Gendelman.
Remember, I was looking for D on
I
the
know.
board.
I can't remember it. I have to keep asking.
Well,
So
anyway,
so then once the conference started, then Dad went home, and then you guys
went home.
or what happened? He was there for the conference,
No, we went to various meetings and all that sort of thing.
and that was where? That was Dusseldorf.
No, that was Salzburg.
Oh, so it was mainly in South. So the conference was for all kind of social work / public all over the world. People went
Yes,
there, right?
yes.
And so were you with him at that thing, or you and Barbara kind of hung out and he did his own
we
thing?
all went together and that sort of thing.
So you would go to dinners and stuff together, and
And then that one night we met Uli.
who's Uli?
He spoke English. He was German.
He was there for the
At the
conference.
conference, and he wanted us to go back to his flat.
Hmm.
We before we go there. We
Hmm.
walked down the street singing. But roses are red, violets are blue. What is that song?
Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm in Salzburg with Frank and Mary Lou.
No, I think it has something to do with. But how about that song that's the railroad and write me a letter.
I've been working
That
on the
was that,
railroad.
no, write me a letter. I'll send it my mail.
I don't remember that one.
So Birmingham jail. That's
Oh,
what-
Birmingham jail.
We went down the road. Went down the road, went down the street singing that. He wanted us to go to his apartment. He said that he had 2 pair of pajamas. We could wear the tops.
Oh.
And he and Frank would wear the bottoms.
You and Barbara would wear the tops?
Yes.
Oh my God, Uli. He was trying to. He had.
But
Did he have some misguided intentions
I
for
think so.
Barbara?
I think.
Was he older or younger?
He was about our age.
So did you guys go there?
No, we didn't go. No.
Did Barbara like him?
Well, we talked about it many times.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to the place where you stood on the tables and sang Ein, Zwei, Sofa.
And you had the big steins of beer.
Beer.
The big. Were they like kind of picnic table type things, like big long?
Inside.
Inside, yes. The beer halls.
The beer halls,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I went to one of those in
Did you?
Munich.
Yes.
Yeah.
You probably stood on the chair. You stood on the chairs is what you did, not on the tables.
So I was there during the soccer, like the World Cup soccer.
Oh, you
so
were?
everybody was like singing their songs, and there was Italy had their place, and
Oh, really?
it was like huge. It was like the size of a soccer field.
It was like a was it inside or outside?
Inside.
It's kind of like a. I'm trying to explain what it'd be like. It was like a big beer hall. What it
Yeah,
was.
it was huge. Yeah, like a big field house with tables.
Yes.
And then the whatchamacallit, the girls
Music.
walked around and music, and it seemed like kind of accordion type music, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And the girls walked around with the big, and they would carry like 3 or 4 of those things
Yes.
in each hand. Yeah.
Those
I-
signs, you mean?
I think I had like pretzels. I was eating pretzels with the
They were
beer.
large pretzels. They were
Large,
small.
big pretzels, yeah. So was Barbara always, probably the guys were always interested in you and Barbara, right?
Who knows?
Yeah. So Uli, so basically after that it was all kind of work related stuff. You guys were in the conference, but at night you would always do something interesting.
Then we went to Paris.
So where did Dad, like you guys were still in the hotel, so who did he stay in a
I
hotel
think we went
with?
to Geneva on the way back.
Geneva,
Went
Switzerland?
Train, and then we went to Paris the last. And the last night we stayed out till 4 in the morning, and I was crying the next morning. I just hated to leave Frank.
Oh wow.
I couldn't stop crying,
Mm.
washing my face with cold water.
Versailles?
Well,
Or
we went to
Paris?
Versailles, yes, out
Mhm.
there. That's where we found out we loved each other out there in Versailles. We went out there. We rented a Citroen. You know what Citroen is?
Like a car, a little car, a miniature.
And he bought these pears and, or maybe it's grapes, and wine and bread, French bread.
So you rented that in Paris and drove out to Versailles.
And out there in the park, like, and ate that stuff.
Wow.
And then we got on the train. We all got on the train then. And we were going to England, and he went also.
Mm.
Because he's going to go to Ireland then
To visit his uncle then.
for 2 weeks.
Well, wait. So when you were in Versailles, though, it was just you and him and kind of having a picnic, and then he said, "I love you." That's the first
I
time.
guess so, yes.
And what'd you say?
I think I already told him I loved him before because he told me he didn't. I didn't tell him until the next day then. It seemed a wise thing to do.
But you didn't know that you were going to marry him at that point, did you?
No, but on the train back, going to London, several of our people were on there. And they said, "Were you two going to get married?" They kept asking us.
And what'd you say?
Various people from Chicago
Hmm. And what'd you say?
that we knew slightly.
So did you have anybody prior to that in your life? Did you feel like you were going to marry anybody else? Or
No.
So that was really, you were fellow head over
Well, that
heels.
Jeff on the boat,
Oh, you met
he asked
that
me
guy.
to marry him, but
Yeah.
I didn't know whether it was. I don't know what I thought.
So you went Versailles and then Paris, and you knew you guys were going to be going in separate directions then.
Yes, and I really felt terrible about leaving him.
So that was basically, you were there for 6 weeks, but it was 4 weeks with Dad, right?
Not even 4, was
Because
it?
he was there 2 weeks after you, right?
Well, we had that picture done the 23rd, so we met on the 2nd of August. So we were there, what, 3 weeks together, right?
Oh, the 23rd, okay. That was in Paris. They sketched
Yes.
those pictures?
Montmartre.
Hmm. Well, that was where all the artists hang out, right?
See, Margaret said she wasn't happy there. They didn't copy. Did you and Agata have pictures taken?
Well, we did. Well, there was one guy that sketched a picture of her that didn't look like her, but we had a lot of fun with it. And we were sitting in an outdoor cafe right outside the square, because it's probably a lot different looking now, but it was just kind of, it almost looked like an art fair that they have in
I know,
Evanston
yeah,
or Highland
yes.
Park. Was it like that for them?
Yes.
And then you just walked in, people would be sitting down and
What?
getting
She
the
could have had
pictures.
that framed. Did it look like her at all?
Well, it was just it was actually before we got there. It was going up to, walking towards her, so it was
Walk
before
up
we
the
got
hill,
to that
up the hill.
specific, up the hill. So it was closer to, is it Sacre Coeur?
Yes.
The church is there, right?
Yes.
That's it. That's in that same area.
That's it.
Yeah. So
Well, that's too bad, boy.
yeah, the picture. It looked like a picture that he drew of every. Kind of no matter who he ran into, he would draw the same picture, type of a thing.
Same
Same
features and
thing,
everything.
yeah. But it was kind of fun. We had a good time laughing.
Where is
about
that
it.
picture?
She still has it.
Why should you frame it?
we have a good photograph of her because that's her friend that died, her college friend from Poland. So we were there. His name was Slavik, and then Bonya. So we were all in an outdoor cafe, and we were all laughing, looking at that picture, laughing. That's it. We have a good photograph of that. I think somebody else took it of us.
It's too bad he had to die.
Yeah, terrible. Leukemia.
What year he died?
He died last year.
2014.
2014, yeah. So that was pretty much it, Mom. So I'm trying to think for this installment of our video thing, that was kind of you meeting Dad and falling in love. And then what happened when you got back then?
I went to visit his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob was born while we were gone.
Bob Shapiro.
Or maybe he was born the 4th of June, so I guess Frank had already seen him, but I had never seen him.
Oh, okay. So you guys, when you got back, you visited them.
I went to visit them.
Okay. And then you guys it was full steam ahead. You guys were dating and seeing each other a lot? Or did it kind of...
Where was I working? I can't even remember.
Oh, that's right. You weren't in Chicago then, right?
I can't remember. I had paychecks waiting for me, so I gave Barbara her money back. I can't remember how.
You were still downstate somewhere working, maybe?
I can't remember.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, I was downstate, I think, yes. Down Edwardsville. Down near
Edwardsville.
St. Louis.
That's a long way away.
St. Louis.
So how did you keep up the relationship, the romance? You would just come back?
We wrote letters every day.
Every day you wrote a letter?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. For how long?
Until we got married, I think.
So, and when you got married on June 1st the following year, 1 year later?
Yes.
1950 what?
7.
57? So that was 56, and you got back at the end of...
Frank gave me my engagement ring on the train to Quincy, Christmas Eve.
Oh, really?
Well, he told me that his father had these rings, so he came down there to visit me on October the 12th, Columbus Day. And then he went by plane and met my parents in Marion and Maury and Laurel. She was 3.
In October still?
She was born in 53 and this is 56.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then he went on to Kansas City and got these rings that his father had inherited from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from his relatives.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think. So I think he must have given the best one to his sister, which was all right.
So that was still...
Then when she drowned in Lake Michigan, the ring was never found.
Oh, God. So that was October. So he met your parents for the first time in October, though, before you guys got engaged.
Yes.
So what was that like? Was he intimidated by that?
My mother said he seemed like he was deaf. Well, maybe he did. He was thinking about other things and never paid attention to what she was saying.
Like she was saying something, he didn't really say much back.
No.
I bet your dad was very welcoming to him.
Yes. So we gave him the ring, and then we stayed next door. My dad and Frank stayed next door in a room.
Wait, so this is Christmas Eve now, you're saying?
Yes, Christmas Day. They stayed there a couple of nights.
What do you mean next door? The next door, the house
next door?
Oh.
Flossie and Maud lived there.
Wait, this wasn't the house on, whatchamacallit, 13th Street or whatever?
Yeah,
or?
Flossie and Maud lived there with her mother, I think. She might have died in the meantime.
So wait, so you guys were riding on the train from Chicago down to Quincy?
He gave it to me in Galesburg because that's where he had written me from. My letter was transferred or whatever you would call it.
Well, wait, so you met him in Galesburg?
Well, that's where he sent that letter to me, and they forwarded it on to me.
Oh, okay. But you guys rode the train to Quincy,
yes.
From Galesburg, maybe?
No, from Chicago.
Oh, from Chicago. So you were just on the train together, and then what happened? All of a sudden, he just said, did he get down on his knee?
No, and no, we're just sitting in the seats. No knee bending.
So did he it wasn't like in the dining car or anything like that?
No dining car.
So what did he say?
We'd probably been in the dining car, but I can't remember, Paul. It's been so long ago.
But he put it on your finger?
Yes. Wow.
And you had no idea it was coming.
I couldn't stop looking at it. I couldn't stop.
And you had no idea. And you had no idea it was coming.
No. Well, he told me. No, we'd gone to his jeweler downtown Chicago and had it set. It was just a diamond.
Oh, so
or,
you knew.
or maybe it's an old ring, an old setting, and he made a new one.
All right. So you knew that you were going to get engaged.
Yeah, I knew.
Okay. So had he asked you at another time, or you just kind of just talked about doing it?
I don't know. We just talked about being married from that time. When those people on the on the plane, you know, when he was going to Ireland, we were going back home.
Mm-hmm. They kept
said, "Are you getting married?" Maybe that's the first thing we thought about.
So that's nice, Mom, on Christmas Eve. So that I got engaged on Christmas Eve too.
Oh, that's right. I remember you came by and showed me the ring.
Boring.
Boring.
So then Christmas, then Christmas Day, you guys announced it to everybody when you were there, right?
I guess so. And Mary was helping me do my Christmas cards, finish them.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones she wanted to know more about, I'd already sealed them up. She couldn't see what I was saying in there. Anyway, Maury and Tom, they liked Frank. They said that whenever he had something to say, it was always important.
He was a man of few words, but the words were.
What was the word? What word should I use? It starts with a P. Not productive, but profound or something.
Profound, yeah. Profound is good. Yeah, profound. It was important to say it. All right, so should we take a break?
Let's take the break for sure. Don't let anybody see this or hear this.
You gotta wait. You have to call
what?
Margaret. Hold on. I'm gonna hit stop.